jetzt wenn in und springt zurück ins wieder zurück ins erzählen wieder.
The following comes from the tape recorder of one Ernest Brownstone, who was found dead in his home late last year in a rather compromising position. We present it now as a cautionary tale.
I keep dead women in my closet. 3 of them, in fact. Marcia, Stacy, and the little one I have taken to calling Carrie-Elle. I do not know if I am a smart man. I do not know if I am a man at all. But I love the dead women in my closet, and they love me, and they have told me they love me on many separate occasions. Marcia will say, "You really are incredible for doing this." And then Stacy will say, "We'll worship you for all time." And then the little one will say, "Do that thing with your feet again." I do that thing with my feet most nights of the week, except for Sundays. On Sundays, I rest and think about normal things like watching football and going out to get the newspaper, which is something people do on Sundays. Plus, I have work in the morning. I spend my days pretending like I care about earning money. I am a technical writer, but I do not know anything about technology, and also I do not think my writing is very good at all. I have this job because my company is very small, and also because the hiring manager I met with said things like recruitment surge, an equal opportunity employer. I do not think I have a learning disability. I think I'm a very special man. I think I'm more special than any other man in my office. In fact, I do not know if I am a man at all. I want to kill the boss. I hate the way he makes my chest feel. I want to string him up by his thumbs and play spooky dancing skeleton xylophone music on his exposed rib cage. I cannot do this, of course. I do not know if something like that is even possible. Also, I do not know how to play the xylophone. I work from 8 to 4. When it is time to go home, I think about the dead women in my closet and take off my working socks and shoes and put on my driving socks and shoes. I need multiple pairs of socks and shoes. I need them because of that thing I do with my feet. I change my socks and shoes under my desk so that none of my coworkers can see. Some of my coworkers have suggested that I have a Mr. Rogers fetish. I do not understand the reference. If I ever meet this Mr. Rogers, I will probably fantasize about his feet nailed to wood. I usually arrive home at 4:35. I put my key into the lock, I open the door, wipe my feet, and enter. It is now time to take off my driving socks and shoes. There is a 1-gallon container of Vaseline sitting beside my gray suede armchair. The dead women in my closet do not mind the Vaseline smell, so it's okay to use a lot. The dead women in my closet have been in my closet a very long time. I don't think I killed them, but they tell me I'm the reason they're dead and I don't argue. I think they're supposed to be my cheerleaders or something. Maybe not. They were all either in their early 20s when they died, or they are all as ancient as places like Babylon, Macedonia, and Sodom and Gomorrah. Could be both, I suppose. Could be neither. I don't know. I love the dead women in my closet very much. I keep pictures of them on my phone. The dead women in my closet are my reason for living. I think I would probably go a bit weird if I didn't have them. I sit in my gray suede armchair with a sigh and a kink in my back. I take off my shoes and there is a tremendous amount of pain. The shoes are brown and they are leather and they don't fit very well. There is a tremendous amount of pain when I do things like apply too much pressure to the gas pedal in my car and other things like walking around too much. I set the shoes beside me on my end table, then I take off my socks. The socks are satin and patterned blue and yellow. They are covered and soaked in almost equal amounts of Vaseline in my own blood. This pair is completely ruined, though I do keep several dozen spares on hand. I think it's dumb. I have to pretend I care about earning money so I can buy more socks, and I only wear socks so I can go to work and pretend I care about earning money. The boss makes me do it. He says it's very easy for a man like me to lose touch and not understand anything men do. He says a man who does not work is a man who forgets what it is to be a man. Something like that. Maybe not. I want to kill the boss. I want to slit his throat and hang him upside down from the ceiling and let all his blood drain out so that when they find his body, all the angels in heaven will laugh at the little upside down man who looks like a pale prune. I do not know if that sort of thing is possible, though. Also, I do not know if all the angels in heaven like to laugh at prune bodies. I look at my feet. Horrifying, wounded, unwell things they are. Tomatoes dying on the vine. Discolored like bruised peaches. I never clean them. There's no point. The awfulness and ick of my feet would taint the soapy water and stain my bathtub. Also, I'm always bleeding. There's a single hole in the center of each foot. Preteen girls dripping earlobes first piercing gone terribly wrong. It is now time to apply the Vaseline. Small conservative amounts will not do. I twist off the cap on my 1-gallon container. I dip my entire right hand inside and made a scoop with my hand. I pull out a great heaping quivering glob. I go through 1-gallon containers of Vaseline very quickly. It is the number one item I spend my money on besides new pairs of satin socks. I apply the Vaseline liberal until my blood and nick run in streaks and make pale pink ghosts of slick life fluid. There is a tremendous amount of pain. Right there in my ear-pierced foot wounds like infinite cigarette burns you can see the floor through. The pain is important. It is essential. I understand that every man and woman and every creature on earth is in pain all the time. It's in me, so I know it's in them. It is now time to do what I do in the closet with the dead women. I stand. Pain shoots up each foot and each leg and maybe into my stomach and must connect with my brain because I gasp. A trail of footprints runs from my gray suede chair into my bedroom into my closet. The trail is from all the countless nights I have stained the floor with my blood and Vaseline and ick. I have never once deviated from this trail. I walk it each night the exact same way. I think consistency is important. I once saw a picture of footprints on a beach. There was a poem written in white above it. God grant me the serenity to do the things you want me to do, how you want me to do them forever and ever because you love me and I like sand, amen. Something like that. Different poem maybe? Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, I really like the picture and now I have a pretty close approximation of it right here on my carpet. Right foot up, right foot down. Squish, pain, gasp. Left foot up, left foot down. Squash, stain, grunt, pain. It is not very far from the chair to my bedroom because I do not have a very large house. It still takes me about 10 minutes to get there because I take my time and the pain is really bad. My bedroom is dark and I like to keep it that way. My master bathroom is lit up like the surface of the sun. The closet in my master bathroom, it's just beside the toilet. I need to be able to see the dead women clearly because sometimes they jump out at me and yell boo and scare me half to death. I walk to the toilet and put my hands on the doorknob of the closet. There's a vanity mirror there. I lean back and stare into my eyes. The dead women will greet me. Maybe they'll say boo and scare me half to death. Then they'll help me onto the cross. The solid wooden cross I've had installed on the back wall where my work shirts hang. They'll hang me upside down with a single nail running through both feet and I'll suspend there all night long because the boss says I have to. God grant me the serenity to do what you want me to do, how you want me to do it, all night long, and really good too, because I like sand, and because second comings don't come cheap, and because second comings are better if only one person suffers. And that person's me. And my dead women are like cheerleaders, or something like that, maybe not. And the boss is the boss. There's a man at work who calls himself the boss, but he's not the real boss. He's just the boss of a small technical writing team at a small company. The real boss is the boss of everything. He's the boss who says you get to live, or you get to be a person, or a dog, or a tree, or whatever, or okay, you have to die now. And I'm pretty sure he's made someone else do this sort of thing before. And that person had cheerleaders just like I have cheerleaders. Only that person had 12 cheerleaders and I have 3 cheerleaders. I do not know if I am a smart man. I do not know if I am a man at all. Most people probably think I do what I do in the closet because the boss tells me to do it, so I do it. Also, most people would probably think I hate normal people like coworkers and women who are not dead and in my closet, and Mr. Rogers. I don't hate any of these people. I don't hate Mr. Rogers. I love Mr. Rogers. I love him so much and so hard. I have trouble breathing when I think on all his many sins, and I can't stop loving. And I wish I could stop loving because sometimes it hurts my chest to love so much. I wonder if my chest will explode someday. and all the love will come gushing out. It'll splash over the whole world like oceans of cow gore, and then the whole world will love just as much as I love. There won't be a need for someone to do what I do in my closet with the dead women. I just hate the boss, because I'm pretty sure he's the reason my chest hurts from love. One day I think I will try to kill him really creatively. Maybe use a 1-gallon container of Vaseline, crush in his big dumb boss skull, or something like that. Is something like that even possible? Maybe not. I don't know. I smile at my reflection, and he smiles back. I open the door to my closet. Someone shouts, "Boo!" and I scream. Then I laugh really hard for like maybe 10 minutes at least.
End of recording. God help us all.